Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to Bali, guys, and beautiful Tuesday today. Guys, I wanted to make this video to answer two burning questions that I've been receiving since yesterday. Then I'm going to show you first, I'm going to show you how I went from zero to hero. And I'm going to tell you the kind of like the story. How did I find out? Okay. That's very interesting. So you should stick around. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to flip the screen. We're going to go to my screen, right? So hopefully I can get it done because I'm not like an influencer. And so what we're going to do, sorry about so we're going to basically type this keyword, Martin Ebonge podcast. Okay. If you type this on your browser now, depending on where you are and which browser you're using, the results might be different because Google is still updating their stuff. But anyway, so if I type this stuff appeared. And I'm going to tell you the story about this, but check this out. Public figure, guys. And if I click there, then this is where my knowledge. So here you have some ads, right? For Udemy, for my course on Udemy. But then this is my kind of like knowledge panel. And that makes me look like $1 million. Okay. Right off the gate, someone sees this and I look like $1 million. So this is what I've been telling you about since yesterday. And now I'm basically going to answer two questions that I've received from many people since yesterday. Right. Yeah. Before that, let me show you. There's a beautiful day in Bali. Okay. I'm not a video expert. So probably you can see there. We have a beautiful day. Today is, 17th, 18th of December. It's sunny. Okay. Anyway, so that's not what you're here for. So what you want to know is, number one, am I a branding expert? Okay, let me change R. Am I a branding expert? Now, the answer to that might shock you. The answer is no, I'm not. I've never said I was a branding expert. And the beautiful thing about this is it tells you that you don't need to be a branding expert to get this, right? So that's the first thing. Good news. I'm not a branding expert, okay? And I'm not trying to be. That branding is not my thing. That's not what I do, okay? Now, second question that I've gotten from people is, now that the first question's out the way, well, you're not a branding expert. Why should I listen to you? And that's a question that you might have. Why should I listen to this guy? Well, here's the thing. The answer is very simple. The answer is because I just did something you are trying to do. That's it. Very simple, right? So this is my mantra. I learn from people who have done the stuff that I want to do. Okay? That's it. It's proof, right? My thing is, well done is better than well said. And that's why I show you that I've done it without being a branding expert. Okay? Which means that if I understand how this stuff works, I can build a system, and then someone who's not a branding expert can do it as well. Reason why I've been telling you about stuff. Now, I wanted to tell you kind of like what happened, right? So yesterday I told you the story of how I lost that contract, right? And I was mad, man. I was pissed. I was like, Jesus Christ. And I was mad at the person who actually won the contract. Until after a few minutes pondering, I decided that, hey, there are two ways of going at it. Either you will hate the person thinking that, well, I deserve this contract and, I'm better than them, blah, blah, blah. Or you have to admit something. You might be better than them at something else. But in this case, in that branding case, they were better than me, right? So instead of hating on them, I had to figure out what is it that they did. They obviously did it better than me, right? And so this is what I decided to do. So I decided to go out and talk to some of my friends, some people that I know who actually have this panel, which for me, it was like a vanity metric. I didn't really care about it, but I basically went out and asked a bunch of people who had it. So obviously, they were not going to give me all their secrets, right? And so what I did is I had this like Google sheet, and what I was trying to figure out was the constant, okay? In like math problems, you have constants and you have variables, right? There were variables, but what were the constants, right? Look at this beautiful weather. It's really cool. You have constants. So the constant is, what is something that they all told me that they did, okay? And so I would write down those things so that I will incorporate that in my own workflow, okay? And then afterwards, when there was something, they told me something, after they got comfortable, they gave me some piece of information. Then I was looking for variables. I was like, oh, this is very cool, right? So anyway, what happened? Long story short is I basically came up with my own version of this stuff. So I took all the constants, because obviously all of them did this, and I tried a bunch of things. And then I was determined not to lose any other contract like this, right? And so it took me a week to do the whole thing. So finding out what to do and then implementing some of that stuff, realizing that some things were not open to me and they were closed and stuff. Anyway, and then I implemented the stuff and then I just left it alone because I forgot about it. I'll have to be honest. I forgot about it. Okay. Until one day, I was with a friend and it's a friend who wanted to start a podcast. Oh my God. I don't know how people do this. A friend who wanted to start a podcast, right? And so I said, hey, I have a podcast. I don't remember the exact link. Just type Martin et Bongay podcast on Google. And then we typed it. And this is when I was like, since when am I a public figure? Right? And then I looked and I realized, oh my God, it worked. So the stuff that I did 3 months ago, that I completely forgot about because I'm busy, I'm doing other stuff. Again, I told you I'm not a branding expert, right? I have other things to do. Then this stuff worked. And this is when I went back and I reversed engineer what I did. And then I created a system. I looked at, okay, what is it that I did? And what sort of impact does it seek to have based on the information that went all the way up to Google? What basically triggered this? Okay. And that's how this thing came to be. Okay. So, that's one of the reasons why, my business has changed recently in terms of how many customers are arriving. I usually don't like to take too many customers. I don't like to be in the service business, right? But anyway, the quantity and the quality. Okay. But this is something I'm going to tell you about tomorrow. Okay. Now, what do I have for you? So I have that method. Okay. That took me from a nobody who didn't care about vanity metrics, about branding and blah, 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 to having my knowledge panel, just like I showed you there, right? So this the exact method, which is mine, proprietary, that I basically gathered information from people who know their stuff. And then I created my own methodology, added my own spin to make it super fast because they've been doing this for years. Okay. All of them. When I showed them that, they were like, dude, how did you pull it off? Because for some people, that's their job. That's what they do. And they spend so much money in PR and stuff. And I did it for free, 10 times faster than they did. Okay. So you get that methodology. Now, what is it going to do for you? It is basically going to take you from the best kept secret on the internet to having a brand on Google, recognized and endorsed by Google. That's huge. Okay. And all this with less than 7 days of work. I think now that I know the system, I know what works, I know what doesn't work, it could be done in 3 days, to be honest. And you're going to get that without having to pay for PR, without having to wait for years and stuff. That's what it's going to do for you. Now, how you get it? So if you want to get your hands on the methodology, then you will comment below, comment method. Okay. So, and then I will reach out and I will let you know how that works. So, just to be very transparent, because, I like transparency. I'm putting together the exact methodology, everything that I did and everything that I'm adding right now, in addition to the next upgrades that I'm going to do to this thing. And, I'm currently building and putting the finishing touches. You will be able to get access to this stuff, right? If you take me up on that offer. But again, I showed you whatever it is that you're trying to do. I just did it super fast. Okay. So you're going to get access to this only until Sunday. Okay. Sunday. That's it. Pull the curtain. It's never going to come back. Okay. So if you want in and if you want to get it, then comment method below. I will get in touch and I will send you the link. Okay. Now, again, as I said, I'm still working on adding the finishing touches on it, and it will be ready this Sunday. As in when I close I'm going to close the doors on Sunday, and then beginning of next week, I'm going to send you the full methodology. So you don't only get what I have right now, but you're also going to get the updates. Okay. Because there's some really cool updates that I'm bringing, because now I'm actually I've created my own kind of like free PR bot, right? So I've done zero PR, but now I'm going to without paying a dime. I mean, it's gonna be a monster. Anyway, if you want, then you will get it down here by commenting method. Now, one thing that I want to tell you, because it's actually one question that I got from someone. They're like, well, usually when you get these kind of results, it's usually that you're doing something black hat, and then it's going to come by to bite you in the future, and then you're going to get banned or something. There is nothing black hat, gray hat, nothing. It is all white hat. It's basically, you don't have to cheat the system. It's not going to fall and disappear with the next Google update or something. It's not, okay? It's kind of like, I wouldn't say for life, right? But there is nothing reprehensible or any hack or anything that you're going to implement there that's going to get you in trouble. That's the beauty of this stuff, okay? Anyway, if you want access to this stuff, then you will comment below, you will comment method, and then I will get in touch. So depending on where you're watching this. So if you are watching this on like LinkedIn or something like that, then just comment, right? If you're seeing this from an email, then I will put the link of the LinkedIn post, okay? Go on LinkedIn and then comment there. Whatever you're watching this, maybe you're reading this on my blog or something, go ahead and comment there on LinkedIn, okay? And I will get in touch. Now, please understand, this is not for scarcity, guys. I will close the registration and everything on Sunday, and then it's gone forever, and you lose your chance of building a massive, massive brand. Now, I don't want this video to be too long. Tomorrow, I'm going to explain what it did for me in terms of, quality of clients and quantity of clients. You'll see it's ridiculous, okay? So I will see you there. My arm is really kidding me. I will see you there. Bye.